wait a few minutes here for people to hop on. It's Sunday, yay! What did I say, Allie? Did I say Monday or Saturday? No. We'll just wait a few minutes. Show Nana your dancing skills. Yeah, we'll just, hi Carla. We'll just wait a few minutes and then we will get started with our 15 minutes of mobility. Hi Liz. Hi Carla, say hi Carla. Just wanting to bounce. What are you looking at? Hope you guys had a good weekend so far. We're just gonna wait one more minute and then we'll get started. Today's just a feel-good day. Nice, relaxing mobility routine. Only 15 minutes. Hey, what are you looking at? There's so much to look at in the gym down here. All right. So, today's workout, like I said, is just 15. You said Saturday. Okay. Yeah, I wish everyone a happy Saturday, but it is Sunday. It is very much Sunday. So yeah, happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. So today we are gonna do 15 minutes of mobility. So we don't need any equipment, just your mat and water bottle to stay hydrated. And we'll get right into it. So the workout itself is called Mobility Routine, which is now available on the app if you want to add it into your calendars. Hi, Lee, how's it going? Yeah, we're going to get right into it. So we're going to go to our mats and we are going to start with our breath work. Come over here. Just going to double check we're live on the app because I screwed this up the other day. There we go, we're good. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna come over here. What was that? All right, so lying on our backs. We're gonna put one hand on our chest, one hand on our stomachs. So we're gonna take a deep breath in through our nose. I'm going to start the timer. As we're taking this deep breath in, we want to let our stomach rise. And then we're going to take a deep breath out through our mouth. At the end of that breath, I want you to concentrate on pressing that lower back into the mat and engaging those deep core muscles. Again, deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, pressing that lower back into the mat. And engaging those deep core muscles. So, little tip is to stick 2 fingers inside of your hip bones, and you should feel that contraction at the end of your breath. One more big breath here. Great work. We're going to flip over onto our hands and knees next. Yeah, what's that sound? And we're going to do our cat-cow. So hips are stacked over the knees, shoulders are stacked over the wrists. We're going to round our back vertebrae by vertebrae as high as you can go. And then we're going to come down, arching the back. So lifting that head up. So again, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming down. Rounding the back. We're trying to hit full range of motion in both of these positions. Good job. Remember to breathe as we're working through these movements. Throughout this whole mobility routine, I want you to think about taking those deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good job. Next, we're going to go into a downward dog, into a pigeon. So, starting here, hips are high. Try to drop those heels down to the ground, pressing those shoulders open to the wall behind you. Then you're going to bring one knee forward, holding in a pigeon position here. Holding for a couple seconds, then you're going to push back and switch to the other side. So with mobility, we want to remember we want to constantly be moving through these movements. If you ever do feel some extra tightness in one position, you can always hold that position for a little bit longer, but we do want to always be moving through these movements. We're trying to increase the range of motion at our joints with mobility, unlike flexibility, where we're trying to increase the length of our muscles. So again, working through this 10 seconds. Good job. Awesome. We're going to come down into a child's pose next. So our knees are wide, our feet are together. We're going to hold here. Our hips forward, bringing our feet off, and then swish them side to side, kind of like windshield wipers. Coming down, sending that bum back, stretching those arms in front, popping those hips forward, and dropping the feet side to side. So this is really good for hip mobility. So if you have tight hips, this is a really great exercise. And again, you want to try and keep moving here as we work through this. Try and drop those hips as low to the ground as you can when you pop them forward. Good job. All of the movements we're doing today, we're doing them for 1 minute. We got a little 10-second transition before we move on to the next one. The next one we're going to do, we're going to be laying on our backs. Arms are going to be out to the sides. We're going to lift one leg up, bring it over, try to get it as close to the ground as possible without lifting your shoulders off. So as you bring that leg over, if you're really tight, you might want to lift this arm up. I want you to only go as far as you can, keeping those shoulders down on the mat. So if you have tightness in your lower back, you're probably going to really feel this here, or your hips as well. If you have tight hips, you might not be able to move very far with that leg. So try to breathe through it. Again, only go as far as you can with that leg before your shoulder wants to come off the mat. Good job. Good job. We're going to stay lying on our backs now. Our arms are going to be bent at 90 degrees here. Try to keep those shoulders down on the mat. Our shoulder blades should be pressed into the mat. We're going to try and stretch those arms up overhead without losing contact. So keep those forearms pressed down, the elbows pressed down, and then slide back. So only go as high as you can before you lose contact of the arms. You can only get a small range of motion, that's okay. It's just a reminder of a little, one of the movements that you will need to work on. So again, keeping those shoulders pressed down on the mat, trying to stretch those arms straight overhead. You're standing. How did you get up there? Good job. Don't forget about the core here. Trying to press that lower back into the mat. Don't let there be any arch or any gap in between the lower back and the mat. Good job. We're going to stand up next. Hello. Who's that? Daddy? Okay, next we're gonna grab our quad. So grabbing the leg behind us, we're gonna reach forward, stretching that quad out. Woo! If your balance is a little off like me, you can hold on to something. If you have a chair or a couch, you can use that to kind of aim for if your balance is really off. Again, grabbing that foot, reaching forward, slow and controlled when you're doing this. So don't forget about engaging those abs, keeping your belly button pulled to your back as you lean forward. Good job. So again, getting a good stretch here in the quads. Try and keep your eyes focused down on the ground. Don't lift your head up and strain your neck. Always thinking about keeping a nice straight line from the top of your head down to your tailbone. You don't want to be straining the neck when you're doing any of these movements. Good job. Next, we're going to go into a deep squat stretch with a hamstring stretch. So let's make sure the feet are planted down on the ground. I want you to drop the bum as low as you can. Elbows are inside of the knees. We're going to hold this for a few seconds. You can sway side to side. We're going to put those hands down on the ground. Woo, lift the bum up and feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Again, you can kind of sway side to side a little bit, dropping the bum back down as low as you can get the bum. If you can't get it as low as me, that's okay. If you can only get it, I don't know, around 90 degrees at your knees, that's okay. Just push yourself, go as low as you can, keeping those feet flat. And lifting the bum up. Awesome job. Awesome. Next, we're going to go into groiners, I call them. But we're going to add a little extra. So starting in a push-up position, hands and feet are planted on the ground. We're going to step one foot. So my right foot outside of my right hand. From here, I'm going to press that knee open and rotate my body slightly. Planting those hands back down, back to that starting position. Other foot on the outside of that hand. Press that knee open and rotate the body. And moving through this. You can move more as fast or as slow as you want. Again, if you feel there's one place where you feel a little bit extra tightness, you can hold that for a few extra seconds. Really try to get a good rotation here. Woo. Good job, you guys. Awesome. All right, next one we're going to do an inchworm with a scab push-up. So the inchworm I'll demonstrate, but for the scab push-up, just I want to demonstrate sideways here before we start. We want to sink the shoulder blades down and together and then push down into the mat. So starting at the top of your mat, you're going to walk the hands out into that push-up position, sinking the shoulder blades down together and then pressing them apart. Walking the hands back up and down. Sinking down, pressing up. Don't lose that core tightness as you're coming down. Don't let the back arch here. Keeping that core tight, belly button pulled up to your back. Arms should be straight when you do the scapular push-up. So sinking down, pressing up, the elbows should be locked straight. Job. Awesome. We got a few more here. 90 flips. So starting with your knees bent here, about hip width or shoulder width apart. We're going to drop down to one side. Foot in line with the knee, in line with the other heel. We're going to hold here for a second. Flipping up and over to the other side. Okay, you can put your hands behind you if you need to, Or you could try and do the flip with your baby or without using those hands. So this is a really great one if you have tight hips. The 90-90 stretch. It's used for a lot of rehabilitation. Again, just try and maintain that line from your heel to your knee to your other heel. Good job. Again, breathing through these. Good, we got a couple more here. We're gonna do some reach through. So this is a really great one for the upper back and shoulders. So on our hands and knees, we're gonna reach through, try and get that shoulder as close to the ground as possible. Okay, holding here for a couple seconds, and then we're just switching right over to the other side. Again, if you have tightness in your back, you're probably gonna feel this from your top all the way to your lower back. Good job. Oh, you always got me. I think you did. Breathing through this. Exhale as you do that reach to try and really get deep into the movement. Oh, hi. All right. Last one here. We're just gonna finish with a Savasana. I'm horrible. But the name of that final yoga pose. So we're just gonna lay down on our mats. Hands, palms are up to the ceiling. Okay, try and relax those feet. So just open up those hips. And I want you to take some deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Really try to fully relax. We're gonna do this for a little extra today. Try to concentrate on that breath. Relaxing every muscle in your body. One more deep breath here. And that is it. Great job, you guys. Thank you for joining today. I know my body needed that. I hope you guys are all feeling great. Thanks for joining. Hi, Erin. Hi, Liz. Hi, Sarah. Phoenix did great today, too. So shout out to Phoenix for being a trooper. But tomorrow is the final day, day 14. I can't believe it. Awesome. Thanks for joining, Carla. So happy. So yeah, tomorrow is the final day of the 14-day challenge. So we got a really good one lined up. Yeah, you know now. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, and have a great rest of your day. Say bye, Phoenix. Bye. And thank you to everyone who joined in on the app today. I will see you guys again. Tomorrow's the final day. We'll end off on a really high note. So